What does online or blended learning mean? Hi, my name is Michael Tobin and I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Continuing Professional Online and Distance Learning here at the Athlone Institute of Technology. And today I'd like to explain briefly what online blended learning means here within the Faculty of Continuing Professional Online and Distance Learning, and indeed across all our faculties here at the Institute. Over the past years, Athlone IT has made great strides towards providing a more accessible, flexible and indeed part-time mode of learning to all our students. Our core objective has been to enable students access to learning in their own time, while also still being directed and led through their programme at a pace that ensures they acquire their learning within a reasonable time period. This also enables them to get a chance to immerse themselves independently in the learning, and of course, ensuring that once an individual commences, that we proactively guide them to complete the learning. All of this is to be achieved in parallel with work, family, sporting, their partners, life, and indeed other commitments. And indeed, our success in this online blended learning approach over the past years has enabled us to maintain a very healthy completion rate of in excess of 85% on average across all our programs. Yes, to repeat myself, that's over 85% of all those who commence our actual programs using this online blended learning methodology complete the programs. So I can guess a lot of you are asking the question, what is this approach? Well, we call it our part-time flexible online blended learning methodology. And this is where all our courses offered here today are being delivered in this part-time flexible online blended learning methodology. And as such, they are accessible anywhere and on any device, telephone, laptop, desktop or tablet, once you have access to a reliable internet source. In the main, the approach involves attending classes online each week on 1 or 2 evenings a week. You can be at home or at work, and the classes are delivered generally after 6 p.m. in the evening live, or what we call synchronously, where you can have two-way communication with the lecturer, either via chat box or through direct questioning. Indeed, many of you will have used such live virtual rooms during the COVID-19 crisis. Examples are Zoom, GoToMeetings or MS Teams, along with a variety of other areas that you've actually used. And indeed, the online synchronous classes are no different. So for information, I'd like to advise you that we use Zoom as our delivery platform for all our online classes. So many of you will already be familiar with this type of technology. Some may ask, what happens if I miss a class? That is no problem. It's all of these synchronous classes are also recorded. So if you can't make a particular class, you can access the recording at your own time, later in the evening, the next day, or indeed whenever. And accessing the recording the week of the lecture means you keep up with the pace of the actual program that you're taking. We use a virtual learning environment known as Moodle, and all our recordings are uploaded to Moodle after each lecture. So each student can access them in their own time and indeed watch them no matter where they are, again, across all the actual platforms, tablets, mobile phones, PCs, etc. And finally, I'm saying, what is the blended approach? The blended approach occurs typically once every 4 weeks, where we engage in active and more interactive learning, where you get time in the classroom to engage with your peers and the lecturers in an even more interactive environment, right? This is where you do interactive group work in separate rooms, either online or indeed in groups while you're here in the college, right, with your own classmates. All of this is facilitated by a lecturer or some of your own fellow students and yourselves. The blended day typically takes place on a Saturday, and it can take place physically in AIT or online, or both, depending on the class and the class mix and what's required by the actual lecturer. That blended learning session is an opportunity to actively engage in the learning with fellow students. And this is what makes it unique, because it also gets you to have an association with your fellow students. So I hope this short video has explained our part-time flexible online blended learning methodology. The methodology, as stated earlier, is delivering us in AIT in excess of an 85% completion rate on all of our programs on average. Thank you for viewing this video. If you have a query or wish to ask a question of our department team, please click on the Ask icon on each program page of our www.aitflexiblelearning.ie website, and we promise to revert to you in a timely manner. Looking forward to meeting you over the course of your academic studies with us at the Athlone Institute of Technology.